Welcome back.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Oh, man. My weekend. My God, my weekend. Found myself doing a lot of work. I think Saturday was like the only day I actually truly kind of had off. Got to kind of sleep in. A lot of kind is there. Anyway. How's it going? So we're going to be continuing our little challenge here of Nomad. Right now we're in our usual spot. We are currently seeing ourselves in here in the radio tower in Pleasant Valley. We started in Pleasant Valley. I'll look over my gear here real quick. See what I need to get rid of. One thing, a cooked rabbit. How's our... Okay, we're tired, so we need to sleep. Yo, Pride, how's it going? Since we have so much food, I'm actually gonna sleep for an entire 10 hours. Unlike Interloper, where we could only sleep for 6. This is gonna be a little bit easier. It's gonna be way easier, actually. But the difficulty comes in just trying to spend time, enough time in each zone, in each area. Let's see here. I'm gonna drink all these sodas. Sodas have to be drank first. That's going to be the rule. You have to drink the sodas first, then move on to other things like water. I'm gonna drink that, see if it'll give us a little extra calories. That's good. That's good. Okay, now let's see here. Let's look over. Okay, camping office, so 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 15 locations. So yeah. Okay. We got a lot of sitting around to do, apparently. Okay, so the barn is going to be difficult because we're going to have enough food stocked up in order to be there. Okay. But we got plenty of food, well, relatively plenty of food here. I wouldn't call it plenty of food, but it's enough food to where we could probably, get a bunch of days out of the way. There's another grape soda down there. Jesus. Grape sodas are everywhere. I also don't want to spend every moment that I have in one location. At least not yet. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I just want to get the radio tower out of the way. Like right now. Plus, I'm not looking to speedrun this at all either. We're just kind of casually doing this. Because the next one is going to be... the next challenge we're going to be doing is Whiteout. And that will pretty much be it for a long dark. I mean, there's really nothing left to do. Other than Interloper, which... right now it's kind of like we haven't gotten a really good run started. You know, we would get tools and then die. Or we'd get established with clothing and then die. So it's like trying to get the two to meet has been our huge difficulty. Okay, I'm gonna actually go spend some time in the barn. We'll just get all of the Pleasant Valley stuff out, you know, the Pleasant Valley locations out of the way. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let's get the Pleasant Valley locations out of the way first. That should lighten our load too. Get all the food that we're currently carrying on us out of the way. That way, should we move on, we don't really have to come back here unless, you know, to get supplies. If there's any supplies left. Let's get the difficult one out of the way. If I feel like my clothing is good enough, I probably will go and do the Mountaineer's Hut. How quick this is going to go is going to be totally dependent on how many times we get cabin fever. Because I guarantee you're probably going to have to sleep in a cave once or twice. There's a hill somewhere in here. Well, a safe location for us to go down. Here it is. Okay. To the barn. The barn on the way. Spend some time in the barn. I wonder if Interloper is any easier if you had rank 3 off the bat. For all of the for all your skill sets. You know, if I actually went through and took the time to get all of my skills up to rank 5 so that I would start out at rank 3 on everything. I think it probably would be a little bit easier. But then again, it's a badge, so it would take a badge slot. I'm going around this way just so that I'm away from where the wolves usually are on the other side of the river. Well, the other side of the bridge, the road. This way should be a little bit, you know, a little bit faster. But yeah, once we're done with these last two things, then we won't be touching this game until episode 3 comes out. Unless it comes out right after we finish these two challenges, which would be perfect timing. But I haven't seen or heard anything. I've been following their Twitter. Nothing. No indication. Just a bunch of really cool artwork from fans who, you know, are really good artists. I wouldn't consider myself an artist. I consider myself a designer. You know, graphic design, the overlays. An artist is someone who is traditionally taught to make things like, you know, paintings and or photography or stuff like that. Designers take artwork from artists and turn it into something different. That's what I do. That's why, you know, a lot of photography or any pieces of artwork are contracted out, and then I cut it up and make it look like it's, you know, a part of an advertisement or packaging for a product or something like that, or a banner on a website. But nowadays I don't do much of that anymore. Currently right now I do have a project that I'm currently working on for a musician. That's what I've been pretty much doing after work. I get home and I start working on that. I have very long days. I've never gotten the arrows from here, right? Yeah, I haven't gotten the, I haven't had a bow. I haven't found a bow in order to use the arrows, I found. I think that's the biggest problem with this game when you play it for so long. Especially when you have so many different, yeah, we'll do that. When you have so many different playthroughs, they start to blend together and you don't know, you know, what kind of, materials you have for what. This. Let's see here. Herbal tea. Probably don't need it. Witches. No, we're fine. Okay, so we'll just hang out. See if there's anything I can read. Bring my skill up in something. I could repair certain pieces of clothing. Why am I not wearing those? Actions. Repair. That's what we'll do. We'll just repair the good gear that we found. I'm okay with. I'll bring up our repair skill so we don't fail miserably. Repair the wool socks. We might find better ones. Oh, come on. Stop failing. Because every single time it fails, it consumes the cloth. The cloth is gone. There we go. Let's repair repair that one too. Epic sounding music for repairing gear. See if I can repair the boots. Perfect. Okay. There's actually, yeah, let's do it. For the gear I'm wearing, get it all up to 100%. I mean, we got the supplies to do so, and the time, so get all the gear up to 100%. Everything we're wearing. It's an achievement, so we'll just get this one out of the way. Ah, shit. Tear you apart. Excuse me. Oh my god. Before it gets nighttime here. There we go. 100% gauntlets. Hear that. This will also lighten our load a little bit. Oh, come on. Stop failing. There we go. One more. Okay. 100%. Has to be everything we're wearing for it to count.
I just need to close my eyes.
Yeah, it's probably too dark now. We'll just have to move along. Move along. Nothing to see here. Move along. Sleep till daytime. Unfortunately, forgot to leave. I forgot my my thermos at work, so I have to drink out of a mug, which means that my my coffee doesn't stay as hot as it usually does. It's not like I can casually sip my coffee while I play. So I have to be mindful of. Have to be mindful of my coffee and try and drink it because I don't like cold coffee. Cold coffee is horrible. There we go. Okay. We'll have to drop that broken one. Oh, come on, stop failing. Stop failing! Okay. Repair you. %. Okay. Repair you. We got 2 of these coats, which is weird. And this one's at 99. We'll repair. What am I missing? Everything should be 100%. Actions. I'll harvest you for cloth. Does it have to be everything in my inventory? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna double check here. Okay. Wrapped in fur, that's one's good. That one we might be able to get to. Okay, you made it. Waste not, want not. The harvester, skilled survivor. Fit all clothing slots with. Oh, all clothing. Okay. I don't have enough gear to fit all of my slots. Yeah. So I need to fill those 2 slots with 100% gear. Okay. That's what we're missing. That's what we're missing. How's our time looking? Barn. Okay, we're halfway there. 1.5. So we need to spend a little bit more time here. Which we got the food to do so. Eat that. No, we're not gonna do that. Okay. Have I checked everywhere around here? I haven't checked inside the vehicle. Yes, I have. Nothing in here. It's noon right now, and it's still pretty damn dark in here. Oh, I missed the wood matches. Not like we need it. The amount of supplies it's throwing at me, it's not like I'm gonna run out of supplies anytime soon. Yeah, when they said this was a 3-star difficulty, they weren't kidding. This is actually fairly easy compared to the other ones. But it just means that, you know, it's just time consuming. It's one of those challenges that just requires a lot of time to complete. Probably just wait. I'm worried more about my energy. If my energy isn't low enough, then I won't be able to sleep all the way through the night. So I'm gonna spend some time kind of running around, checking these little barn things. See if there are any extra supplies hidden, hiding. We've got a rifle now, right? Yeah, we do. We have a rifle. We have a mini rifle. That's good. Anything up there? Oh, that's right. I can't jump in this game. I keep forgetting. Ooh, hatchet.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Did I have a hatchet before? No, I didn't. Oh, sweet. I'll drop that here. Oh, sweet. Well, we have a hatchet now. Nice. We have a hatchet. Which means if we need to get wood, we can. It's gonna make that a lot easier for surviving in Timberwolf. Still need a knife. We have the ability to shoot deer, but we don't have the capability to get meat from them, so no point of shooting anything right now. Unless it's a wolf to defend ourselves. I'm just aimlessly walking around right now. Yeah, this challenge doesn't seem to be very, it doesn't seem to be about survival. It just seems to be about hanging out. At least for me. At least for me, it's kind of a game where you just kind of hang out right now. Oh, also, I changed the host, raid, and subscriber audio. It's now a saxophone. A little saxophone thing. Little audio clip from some type of saxophone song. Really nice, actually. I don't know about you, but there are certain instruments that just make me, just kind of relax me. One is a guitar. You know, nylon string guitar, not the metal string guitar. Metal string guitars they sound great, but they're not relaxing. They don't have a warm feeling to them because of the metal strings. Then there's a saxophone. Saxophone is very mellow, relaxing. I'm trying to think of another instrument that has a warm feeling to it. Maybe violin, depending on who's playing it. Because the violin is one of those instruments that can either bring energy or it can be soothing. So. I don't know what caused I don't know what made the saxophone be that instrument, the go-to instrument when you're trying to convey something romantic. Like, why was the saxophone chosen for romantic? That's a good question. I would like that one to be explained. You'd think the violin would be it, but somehow the violin has been given the sorrow, you know, world's like that saying, the world's smallest. Let me play the world's smallest violin. Basically, saying that here, let me play a violin for your sorrows. I'm just gonna eat that. I haven't exactly run across many wolves in large packs yet, but that's probably gonna run out of so we're gonna pass 3 hours of time. We have to look over the condition of the bedroll here. Pick it up real quick.
Very much more.
81. Okay, we're fine. We're fine for now. Sleep for 10 hours. And then we'll see how much time we have left on the barn. We're currently at 3 days. Yay! But yeah, the challenges we currently have left are probably the easiest. We've got Nomad, which is just run around and within 30 days try and find enough supplies to survive a quote-unquote blizzard. Unfortunately, you don't get to actually participate in the blizzard, apparently. You just get to you get to the point where you have enough supplies, and then it starts a cinematic where you're like, surviving the monster blizzard. How are we doing? 2.2. Yeah. We got a little bit more time to go. 0.8. I wish it would give me, rather than, you know, that, just give me hours. Like, give me the number of hours I need to survive in a location, rather than the number of days. Give me 0.5 some odd, carry the 2, square root of the pi. Yeah, we got plenty. And so we're just gonna pass time, hang out. I don't care if I go over 3 days, it's just I want to get the barn out of the way. It's just a location that's just so easy, but there's not a lot of supplies near this location, so it's kind of in an odd spot. We're gonna have to get out of here real soon. We're gonna spend more time. Unless we get to a location that has literally no food at it, we're probably gonna just eat what's there for the 3 days that we're there. That way we're not carrying much. We also need to kind of lower how many supplies we're currently carrying. But once we find better gear, then we'll be able to start dropping stuff. Oh, heck, now I can see. Oh, that's because there's a blizzard. Oh, you could have... Yo, Blizzard, you could have been here like a day ago when I was just kind of in here already. Whatever. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, how we doing? Got time. We got water. Probably gonna need to make water. Underneath. No, it doesn't look like it. Either that or picked it up and moved it somewhere else. That could be that could be possible. Let's spend some time, break down one of these. Since we have an axe now. What you do? You can do it by hand. Actually, it might be a good thing to do. That'll burn some energy. Yeah, that works. Mostly so that I can make a fire. Because I noticed that my water is getting low, so I'm probably gonna have to make enough for 2 liters. Since I've pretty much gone through all of the soda that's on me, we're gonna run into more soda.
Perfect.
Got a couple of things of cedar though. Reclaimed wood. I guess I didn't have to pick that all up. It's liters. That'll allow our energy to drop a little bit further.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I've started yesterday I started searching for the my fishing gear and also a case for my bow. Started looking. Unfortunately, the place that I went to didn't have what I was looking for. I'm gonna have to order online. There's this fishing tackle pack. It's like a sling. that can fit like 3 large tackle cases in it. And it also has a place where you can attach the pole on the side. So you can just grab the sling and go off fishing. I'm going to try and make an actual effort at trying to get back into fishing and archery. Do something after work, since once I've in between contracts, in between graphic design contracts, I will have time after work to go and do something, especially during the summer, spring, summer, and fall, where, you know, it's not dark out, so I'll be able to start doing that. There's a lot of other hobbies that I have neglected to do after the... Wow, I got so many antibiotics, we're gonna have to drop all those. There's a lot of hobbies that I used to do when I was younger that I just stopped doing. I'm gonna drop all these. There we go. That should be good. So many of these things. Yeah, pretty much this year is, since I have a job that's full-time, and I've also got, so I don't have to worry about finances as much, so I don't have to worry about them. Kind of comes with being an adult. Try and get back into long forgotten hobbies. Location, barn complete. Yay! At least it will tell me. That's good. Okay. Get out of here then. That wasn't so bad. Let's next go to the convenience store, since that has a whole bunch of food. We'll go over there. And then we'll go to the radio tower, and then we'll figure out where we're gonna go next. We're gonna have to pick a location that we want to go. Which zone do we want to go to? Do we want to just get Timberwolf out of the way, go to the Mountaineer's house, and just kind of grind that one out? It'd probably be the perfect time too, since we don't have as much gear. Probably want to get the one that involves going up a rope out of the way. Clear that one out. And then go hunting down the other locations. Yeah, I think I can convince myself that's probably what we're gonna do. As soon as we get Pleasant Valley out of the way, then we'll go to Timberwolf Mountain. Go to the Mountaineer's house. Spend 3 days there. Do a little bit of exploring. Maybe open up a couple of the shipping containers up there. And then probably choose another location. Unfortunately, in this challenge, we don't have... It doesn't seem like we have anything that allows us to go to Milton. Doesn't seem to be a reason to. Obviously, this challenge was made before they added the mountain town area. Okay, you're a deer. Alarm what? I heard an alarm. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. I've been thinking about Stranded Deep, and I'm not quite sure. They have the game has this thing called the cartographer. I'm not quite sure, but I think that might be making custom islands. And if that's the case, I might make an island or two. Preferably larger islands, or very, very, very tiny small islands, but has like chance of getting rare items. If it even allows me to go that far into detail. Wouldn't mind to try out making islands. Making custom map type stuff. Okay, so we have to survive here for a little while. Check the destroyed building over here. I've never actually seen this thing actually spawn in as a full-fledged building that you can actually find supplies in. Which would be cool. I mean, maybe on the easiest difficulty, all the buildings are not destroyed. I don't know. We still don't have a pry bar. Can't. Why is there a candy bar inside the mailbox? Have I looked in here? I think I've looked in here already. Yes, I have. Grab the pork and beans. Just gonna grab all the food that we find around this building and centralize it so that we can quickly grind out the 3 days that we need to be here. We got a fire barrel out here, okay. Yeah, let's grab
I'm not sure I
you.
can carry much more.
You can carry as much as you would like. Don't let a unfortunate thing like weight keep you down. Garden gloves, cardboard matches. Yep, more and more supplies. Okay. And we'll gather up all the goodies. Just make a giant pile in a corner. Lantern, fuel. 3 sodas in a fridge. Give me all the foods. You shall give me all the foods. Because I demand it. Wait, where are you? Huh, 2 bullets. That's what you are. Okay. That's good. Okay, now we just need to hang out here. Which, with the amount of food that we currently have, is going to be very easy. So we'll get this out of the way. There's like 5 sodas here. 5 sodas. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting all the waiting. I was expecting a lot of these challenges to be, challenging. Harder. I'm not expecting them to be so easy. Oh well. Oh well. Nothing against the challenges, but usually challenges are, you know, usually supposed to be difficult. This one's not difficult, it's just time consuming. I think the challenge is supposed to be like trying to go through here as fast as possible. That's probably it. We're not gonna make it through 10 hours, so sleep for 8. And behold the blizzard. The blizzard has arrived. Sodas. Okay, how are we doing? Radio control unit. Rural store, we got to 1 day. So we survived for 1 day. Wait 3 hours. We still haven't gotten any cabin fever risk. Which... why is that not a thing? I'm just gonna keep going until it just tells me cabin fever risk, and then I'd be like, okay, never mind. Okay. No. Scratch that. How much? How weird would how weird is this? Where it's like the guy just kind of just stands in one spot waiting. Like, sir, what are you waiting for? Shh. Wait for time to pass. I have to make water. And then move on to the next location. Eat that. I'm gonna eat all the lower conditioned food first. Yeah. Herp derp. And all that stuff. Yep. Get through this challenge. Nomad should be interesting, I think. Nomad should be interesting. I'm not exactly sure on that, though. Hopefully it is. Cold pork and beans, yum. I shouldn't say anything. Back when I was younger and I went fishing with my dad, we would get canned soup and eat it cold straight out of the can. So it's not that bad. It really isn't. In fact, my dad has gotten to the point where he'll eat pork and beans out of the can cold. If you're in a survival situation, you'll do anything. Well, almost everything. Almost anything. Ugh, cold coffee. Ugh. I went to Starbucks. Went to Starbucks over the weekend for the first time in like over a year, and because I started going to different coffee shops rather than Starbucks, and one, you know, they made me cold the frappes. I was just like, this is not what I wanted. I want hot coffee, not cold coffee. And then also, after I got the coffee I wanted, it was just so sugary. I was so used to other coffee shops making it with, you know, flavoring, not 100% sugar. So after I had it, I was just like, oh. You know when you've got too much sugar in your coffee where you have to wash it down with, you know, black coffee just to get the taste to go away. Like, so bad. Yeah. Okay. Let's spend four more hours. Ugh. Eat that. I'm starting to believe that at all the locations there's enough food to last 3 days. I'm not 100% on that though. It seems like there's already food pretty much here. What are we doing? 2.4? Okay, one more night probably. Might do it. You'll see the little indicator in the corner here that says, you survived 3 days here. You can leave now. Ugh. Okay. It's past 1 hour time. And there's a Aurora. An Aurora Borealis. Let's see if we can get... We're probably not going to get through 10 hours, but we're going to try. Rural store completed. Yay. Yay. Yeah, we need to make water. We has gotten Novadas. I think I got... Yeah, I haven't dropped the... Yeah. Need tinder, though. We're gonna have to make tinder. Is there, like, paper inside? Oh, wait. There we go. Newspaper roll. That works. Okay, book. Over actions, go. We have one more location we're gonna have to blaze through. Then once we get that, then we'll head to Timberwolf Mountain, get that one out of the way. Then we're gonna figure out where to go next. Try to figure out a location we can go. Of water. Boil. Some food. Just trying to eat the ones that are lower condition. Get those out of the way. Okay, so off to the radio tower now. The order at which I did these locations are kind of ass backwards, but oh well. They're not exactly efficient, but we'll deal. On that list of locations, I didn't see anything that's in Forlorn, so there might be a location for the Broken Railroad, though. Which will suck. But if we find enough bullets during our casual stroll through the world, that's what it feels like. It feels like a casual stroll through the long dark worlds. Zones. Contemplation Bridge. Got one more bridge we're gonna have to cross. Check this car while we're here. I don't think I've checked this car yet. I've seen this car several times. I have not looked in it. I think. We'll find out. We got the time. It's not cold. Simple tools. Energy bar.
I'll take it.
Gloves and a matches. Nothing there. Do that. Granted, we're not going to be spending much time on this run relative to our 500-day run.
What do you know? Looks like I survived another night.
She sounds so thrilled. She sounds absolutely thrilled. Like, hey, I survived another night. Woohoo. How can I not get over that? Still listening for wolves, not hearing a single one. Don't know why. Check the barn over here. Yeah, let's check this barn. They'll be along the way. I do believe I have not been here yet. You're freaking out. Anything on you? There's nothing near you. Nope. Right now, there's like no reason to even pick up any of the rose hips. Because we got so much food, and we got so many pills that there's no reason to pick up any of that stuff. Besides, if I go up to Timberwolf Mountain and there's like no food up there, which, you know, if we don't find ourselves a hunting knife, we probably won't have much food up there. Then we'll start grabbing cattails and all that stuff. Because we haven't touched cattails yet. Haven't exactly had a reason to. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe sometime in the future, if we feel like we can always return to this game and kind of do like a casual run. Just for shits and giggles. That's probably a deer carcass. Which is not very useful for us right now. There's also no reason to fish right now because we're just drowning in food right now. Once we find the earmuffs, we can get ourselves earmuffs, that would be great. If we get ourselves a knife, then if we stumble across a moose, we'll take out a moose. And then we'll make the bag, we'll make the satchel. That should fill the slot with something that's 100%. And we'll get that achievement out of the way. I might be able to get that achievement through this run. Okay, so we're gonna spend 3 days here. I was expecting I was going to have to do a lot more searching for supplies than this. I was not expecting to have so many supplies be located at every single location that I need to spend 3 days in. Because, yeah, we've got more food. More supplies. Wow. Just, wow. Check the microwave. Just double checking the microwave. What was in here? Ah, we're close. Gotcha. Okay. Passing 5 hours of time. Billion. We got more water here. Full socks. Grab the grape soda. And more grape soda here? No. No, water balls.
Whew, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Ah, whatever. It's like, no. You no complain. You carry much gear. You like it. Nothing there. Probably. Yeah. Eat that real quick. Num 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 num. Spend some time here. Hang out, stare at the walls. Count the tiles on the ceiling. You know, stuff like that. Slowly lose our mind to dementia. Slowly but surely lose our minds. Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Getting tired.
Yeah. Drink a soda. And we'll sleep for 10 hours. 10 hours seems to be the maximum for energy. Well, near maximum. There we go. Eat a candy bar. Top ourselves off. Yeah, we got plenty of food. Not like we need to. Okay. We're just gonna sit in bed, stare at the ceiling, drool on ourselves a little bit. Just have one more location we're gonna have to do this one, and then we can move on. Go up the Timberwolf Mountain, hopefully find ourselves a knife. Still haven't found a knife yet. Not like we need one, apparently. But the amount of stuff. Start with decryptors. There we go. Accelerate time without the benefits of sleep. This game would be weird with us, with co-op. Be definitely different. Be a different game for sure. It'll also be really cool because then one would be the male character, the other would be the female character. Like they had found each other and then they started surviving together. That'd be cool. And a coffee. Okay, probably don't want that. Eat one of the candy bars.
Oh,
Oh, come on. From a candy bar? Food poisoning from a candy bar? What? It passes or you die. Right. A candy bar. Really? Of all the things. So give you food poisoning. It was a candy bar. Wow. That's just stupid. Well, it's not gonna kill us. Because we're at full health, but... I just want to go and find mushrooms here. Candy bar. I don't think I've ever... I mean, a candy bar can dry out, become stale, heck, can become moldy, but I don't think you can get food poisoning from a candy bar. From a granola bar, of all things. How stupid is that? Okay, I'm looking around. Especially so early in the run. Have I? Doesn't look like I have yet. Of course, right after I drop all of my antibiotics, it gives me food poisoning. It's almost like that. Sometimes I feel like the game knows what you have on you, and it gives you exactly what you don't have available. I'm just gonna go this way until I can find a stump. I don't need many.
I need to rest soon.
It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here, thank you. How are you? Okay. Looking for a stump. I can find a stump. Try to remember where I've seen them before. That's where rose hips are located. Okay. I'll just have to carry around an antibiotic or two. The game's gonna be that stupid. A tin of sardines or a can of soup that I could see getting me food poisoning. Because, you know, it's essentially a liquid. There's moisture. You can get food poisoning from anything that has moisture in it. Candy bar, on the other hand, has no moisture at all. I mean, whatever. I'll play your game. Wow, and Aurora's coming out too. Okay. So many deer. Oh dear. Come on, game. One of these trees is gonna have to have a stump near it somewhere. Try to find a stump of some sort. Getting kind of ridiculous. Game. Come on now. Well, we're not gonna die to this, but we're just... It is inconvenient. This is definitely inconvenient. Okay, come on. somewhere around here, I've seen it. I've seen what I'm looking for. I've seen mushrooms. They have been around. I have seen them. Pleasant Valley has got locations where there is mushrooms located. Trying to think of where I've seen them before, though. Maybe up by the fishing hut? Probably the fishing hut. Check over there. Where they spawn is random too, so it's like there are places where there's like guaranteed going to be something there. Sometimes there'll be a stump with nothing on it. That usually spawns mushrooms. Oh wait, I see a stump. All we need is just one. Just need 2 mushrooms. Oh, there's one.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Well, not dropping that, that's for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, so we got 1 of 2. We need to find another stump. Again, we haven't come across any wolves yet. I don't think they seem to spawn yet. We haven't even gotten any howls announcing their presence. Or their existence, for that matter. Granted, a wolf encounter would be probably the worst thing for us to run into right now. At least our temperature is not too bad. Well, let's go up to the fishing hut. And then we'll go across the river and back to the radio tower. Oh, man. Food poisoning. It's an annoying thing to get. Life-threatening if your health is low enough. But once I make this mushroom stew of some sort, they call it, you know, mushroom tea or something like that. It's more, should be more of like a stew, but once we make it, then we'll also drink some herbal tea so we can get whatever health we're gonna lose back. Okay, they're the wolves. Okay, they do exist. They're just very few of them. Well, at least, okay. Okay, I see one. I sees one. Might as well check the fishing hut while we're here. I see multiples. Okay, I'll just grab as many as we can. To carry these things around because apparently the game's just gonna be a dick like that. Anything else? No. Go to the fishing hut. Turn these into teas. Search the hut. Search the fishing hut, look for supplies, and then we'll double back and we'll go straight to the radio tower. Try and get this whole mess behind us.
This stuff will come in handy.
Ooh, look, a hook. We'll leave those. Leave that too. Orange soda. And sardines. Okay, we're fine. Let's move. Autobots roll out. All that jazz. Probably most of the health that we've lost is probably from the food poisoning. Not from being tired. The tired part is probably adding to it, but not much. Just being tired doesn't cause a ton of health loss. Yeah. I didn't hear any wolves over on this side. I only heard them over by the barn area. I wouldn't put it past the game to have a silent wolf just appear out of nowhere. They've done that to me several times. Look at sprint. All these trees and all these hills. makes it a horrible spot. Horrible, horrible spot. Just a second here. Apparently my cough is acting up. Okay, wash it down in a little water. Maybe that will calm things down a little bit. Where are you? Huh. Oh, well, prepper caches are definitely in this. Okay. We'll sleep in the prepper cache then. Well, we got plenty of bullets now. This must be the one with the guns and the bullets and all that.
Looks like this has been number one.
Oh, hunting knife. Nice. Sodas. Can opener, whetstone. Storm lantern.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Full cap. See if we can turn that on, shall we? No, no. Okay, it's got a little bit of fuel in it. Just gonna. Well, arrow shafts, nice. Another rifle. More bullets. Soda. Small water balls. Energy bar. Beef jerky. More water. Anything beneath it? You got 2 rifles here. Do they got bullets in it?
Probably useful.
I would sleep here, but I need to sleep in the radio tower.
Quick. Oh.
Yeah, I should probably just leave. Because I need to... Row feather. There's actually stuff in those things. Yeah, let's go and we'll head to the radio tower. It just seems like we should just get back to the radio tower. Can't put it out here? What the hell? And before we're on our way back, we just see mushrooms all over the place. Would not put it past... Would not put it past it. The game definitely will mess with me like that. And 3 days. And 3 days and all the listed locations. Right. At least it's not cold. That's weird. A cold, you know, Usually the Aurora is extremely cold. But apparently right now that's not a problem. Which is odd. It's very odd. Okay, let's get indoors. Well, actually, I need to actually make the tea. Tinder. Okay, we need tinder. We haven't come across much tinder. Well, we haven't exactly picked up a lot of tinder. Got more books. Ooh, newspaper. You got anything? Broken milk box. Looking for like a newspaper or something. Cardboard box. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Get out here. Quickly make a fire. Start fire. We're getting quite low on health, but I'm making two things: herbal tea and the mushroom tea. Herbal tea and mushroom tea. That's the two things we're making.
Perfect.
The herbal tea? I just used all my books because I know there's 2 books inside. And mushroom tea. Make both of them. And drink both of them. Okay. Got that. A cup of herbal tea. There we go. Improved rest. And make sure that, yep, got that. And we are going to sleep for 10 hours. Food poisoning healed, yay. Freaking hell. Yeah, because if I was going to sleep for 10 hours, I'd much rather sleep here than sleep, you know, somewhere else and lose all the benefits and all that. Do what? Okay, I'm going to check my food. 24 sardines. Okay. There's nothing else that's anywhere near low enough to possibly give us food poisoning. Okay. Grab the books. 36. Our weight is at 36. We have a lot of water right now. Check our location time. Radio tower 2.5. Okay, we've got a little bit of time to get through. Let's kind of wait. What are we doing? Okay, 2.7. Drink soda. Drink soda gives us a little bit of calories too. And I'm gonna put you away because I don't need you anymore. How are you doing this? 29%. Lantern we currently have is at 83%. Okay. Okay, we got 30 bullets right now. How many feathers do we have? 3. We got a lot of metal. We're gonna drop all that. Way too much metal. Craft one of these. Craft the rest of the mushrooms. Good thing is that we sleep through another night. We should have most of our health back. I guess that's what I get for taking the challenge too lightly. Ruined fish. Yeah, we're not eating that. Soup. 10 sardines. 42. Dog food. Check over our food. Crackers. Probably want to keep the crackers. We're definitely going to drop a whole bunch of the water we're currently carrying. We don't need it. Drop that. No. Save that for later. Okay. Eat you real quick. There we go. Okay. Hang out here for a little while. You can see our health slowly going back up. Okay, radio control tower done. Now we're going to be heading to Wolf Mountain. And hopefully we're going to be able to shut off enough weight to where we can get up there. Let's go up to 8 hours. Years of sleep should be fine. Wow, game. You're a jerk. Yay, windstorm. Yeah, I'm gonna drop you off. We're at 33. Drop. 3 liters off. Okay. We'll probably eat some food before we go up the rope, so since we have so many supplies. Double checking. Okay, don't need the quality tools. We'll drop you off. Okay, that was just enough. Just enough to get us underweight. Okay. Now I just need to figure out which side of the cliff I'm gonna go up in order to get to the Timberwolf. Because I do know that there's now there's of the few challenges we've done so far that made us go to Timberwolf, there is a bear there. Don't know why there's a bear there, but there's a bear there. So on the one side. Now, we could go that direction and hope and cross our fingers hoping that the bear isn't there. Or we go the other way, which I have seen a bear cave there. the one that goes walking through the birch forest near the barn, and hope that he's not there. Okay. Here's try and get this blizzard to pass. Can I? Oh, I can actually spend more time than 3 days in a location. It does count. So we still got blizzard going on. Probably still a blizzard right now, huh? Yeah. Okay. Message received. Okay. We're spending an extra day here. Unfortunately. That's a lot of metal. Holy crap. Probably... Where are you? There's a lot of things inside this thing that... These are ragged running shoes. Okay. Guess we're spending more time here. More time than we wanted, but here we go.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry.
Excuse me? You're currently drinking. You shouldn't be talking. Eat one of the peaches here. Okay. Eat one of the crackers. There we go. Okay, let's head up. Before it gets too dark. And 3 days in each location. We spent way more time than we wanted to because of a blizzard at the radio tower, so... But apparently there are prepper caches, other than the abandoned one. Near the rope, which we're going to visit. Apparently we got the one with the bullets. With the many bullets. We got many bullets. I'm not gonna run down that rope. Because I've been told that is a tarp. There's a bear that likes to spawn down there. Maybe. No, that's different rope. It's the one right next to the radio tower. That's right. Okay. Okay, so we're at half energy right now. Probably go to that small little house. And then pick a direction. So we'll follow this river. We'll go to the house. It's along the way. Look around it, rummage around in the containers there, and then we'll pick a direction. Getting out of Timberwolf is going to be a lot easier than getting in. Because we have to be at above half energy. But we got a knife and an axe. So if we run low on food, we can always get a deer. Shoot a deer. Or, you know, hunt a moose, which I'm probably going to do on this run. Find a moose. If we come across one. I'm just not going to go after the moose that's up at Timberwolf. If that's where it's located, then if we fail against that moose, that means we're stuck up there for 12 days. Yeah. Definitely not something we're going to want to do. That would result in 9 extra days of being up. Or, worst case scenario, if we finish the 3 days up there and then we take on the moose, we'd be stuck up there for an additional 12 days. Which would be nope. That would be a whole bunch of nope. Okay, our energy's still going down. Our temperature, though, the temperature is pretty much solid. Not exactly cold right now. Sprint a little bit here. Let's try and speed this up. And get ourselves out of here. But yeah, now we're back to... Now that the crisis is averted, now we're just casually strolling along. Go this way. More than one way to get to this house. Yeah, this might take a couple of streams to get through. To complete this challenge. Again, just time consuming. Not difficult, just time consuming. I wonder if I could get up this rope. I just want to figure out where exactly this rope empties out into, and if I can get to it. Should be a way to get... I'm not quite sure if that's a shortcut to anywhere. Okay. Let's see if we can find anything useful in here. Work pants, no. I was hoping for another thing of snow pants. Double up on snow pants. jerky. No accelerants. No trail boots. Cardboard matches. Nothing on the shelf. Sports socks. Okay. Looks like that is it. And we already searched you. Yeah, that's it for that. Okay. I'm gonna grab all the curtains. At least grab a couple of curtains. Don't need that many, but because anything we grab we're gonna have to haul up. Let's drop you off here. 30. I'm gonna drop you off because it doesn't seem like we're gonna be doing a lot of using of our rifle until later on in this run. Okay. Then we'll sleep. Get ourselves a daytime. Drink water. How are we doing on weight? We're doing pretty good on weight, so go outdoors here. Daytime is on its way. I'm going to this rope and going up it because I've never actually gone up this rope. Of the number of playthroughs I've done, I've never actually gone up this rope. Mostly because, well, due to supply constraints. Going up ropes is the use of, you know, usually it's a waste of energy unless you have a reason to go up there. And usually if there's a supplies at the top or a destination or a place to sleep. I'm going up here just so that I can see what's up here. Because I have so many supplies. Might be a shortcut. Find out. Or it could be a complete waste of time. Doesn't seem to be anything up here. Oh, that's a shame. Kind of expected, though. Oh, wait. No, there's another rope here. Okay, there's two ropes. Yeah, where do you end up? Where do you end up, I wonder? Again, I've seen that rope behind that house several times, and I've never actually gone up these. We'll find out. Where do you end up? Okay. Apparently it's marked by this overturned tree. We'll find out. Go up here and see what's here. Go up here, see what's here. Ah, okay. It spits us out right near this location. Skeeter's Ridge. I see you. I see you and I don't like you. Did you just give up? I think he just gave up. That's weird. That's odd. I don't hear a bear. So it's not like a bear scared him off. Usually when they'll do that, it means that you just ran towards where a bear is located. And they're scared of bears. So for the sake of safety, I'm gonna go take this wide, just so I can see over the hill. Just in case there is a bear around here. Nope, no bear. Okay. That's a deer, though. No. We're not going to be spending that much time up in Timberwolf. You are driving gloves. Got another hunting knife here. Cedar wood. No. No, we'll leave it. Fine. We got enough whetstones to keep it sharpened. Or if we had a reason to use the knife. So we'll just stick to one hatchet, one knife for now. Okay, here's our destination. Go into the abandoned prepper cache, sleep, get our energy back, and head up the rope. Howdy, howdy. Check behind me real quick. Nope. Pry bar would be nice right now. What crap. Yeah, pry bar would be awesome right now. Let's grab that, might as well. No. No. Check the drawer. Scrap metal, cardboard matches. Windy, ooh, spooky. Oh, come on.
I'll take it.
Oh, shit. More matches. Have to drop that hat. Because I don't need two of them. Just need the one. Because we've got the scarf. Got the wool
That
scarf.
stuff will come in handy.
Ooh, another wool scarf. Check underneath. Look for bullets. The possibility of bullets. Yep. Come on. Please. I was right next to a bed. Hello. Thank you. Sleep for 6. Our sleep schedule's kind of messed up right now, but... Okay. Check the condition of this one. 8336. Okay, no. Never mind. Here's a feature in this game I wish they would add. The ability to move lantern fuel from one lantern to another. Can we have that? Would that be a thing? I'd like that to be a thing. Okay, we're gonna leave those here. Leave that here. We need none of that. Heck, emptying out the lanterns would be good too. Just the ability... Heck, if you harvest them, we should be able to get the lantern fuel back too. There's multiple ways to do it. Like either harvesting the lantern gets metal and the lantern fuel, or having it to where you can empty out a lantern first and then harvest it for metal. Empty it out into another lantern. That way, if you find a lantern and then you find another lantern in better condition, you just empty out your lantern fuel from one lantern to another. And then take the better conditioned one. Thoughts? Options? Okay, so we're gonna be coming up here, spending some time at the Mountaineer's hut, and then we're gonna get ourselves out of here. Unless there's another location, which I didn't see anything like the summit as an option. They all seem to be indoor locations. And Timberwolf Mountain doesn't exactly have a lot of indoor locations. There's the Mountaineer's hut, and then there's the cave. But I didn't see cave anywhere on that list, so... Yeah, this game has got its days numbered, for me at least. But at least we can say we have done everything that this game has to offer. We've done everything. Which is what I try to do with all the games I play. I try to do everything. Like, I try to do everything that the game has to offer. You know, because when I play a game, I want to get my money's worth. I want to do all the things. Yeah, let's keep our eyes open for markings on the trees. Because it is currently very foggy. Current weather is foggy, with a high chance of death. I'm not seeing any trees marked with a possibility of moose. Yeah, I'm seeing nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Moose marking. Where that is, I have no idea. For all we know, we could have... Oh, there's another moose marking. Don't tell me it's like... That would be messed up if, like, the Mountaineer's house is where the moose is located. Guides suck. Guides suck. What we got here? Hey, look, another hatchet. Another simple.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Another simple arrow. Here, leather. A line. How's the storm lantern on this? 27%. No. Got a hacksaw. So if we wanted to go and look for more supplies, we can. Holy supplies, Batman. Jesus. More matches. Hey, I think it. I'm on the beds. I don't know how I did that. Apparently now I can't. Oh wait. Well, that's cool. No, I don't. I live in my world.
I'll take it.
No. Okay. Okay, we good. There's a jacket in here, a rifle cleaning kit. Okay. So we're here now. Tin sardines. Since we have the ability to deal with food poisoning in case it happens. We have food here, so a little bit. Working beans, some kit, and candy bar. Yeah. Check the first aid kit.
Hope nobody needs
Another
this
emergency
anymore.
stem. Check the fishing hut while we're here. I'm looking at the dock because usually there's something out there. Usually. I've seen an axe that's like been pretty much nailed into the side of one of the posts before. Just seeing if there was one there.
This will come in handy.
It's not like we need one, but there's a stone in the drawer. For reasons we will never fully understand. And there's really not much in here. This is a pretty bad fishing hut for supplies. But if we need to fish, we can. Really have no reason to look for supplies. Ooh, fishing tackle and a hunting knife. Well, that's nice. Isn't that nice of the game, giving us another hunting knife and an axe? Not like we need it, but thank you very much. This run has definitely been very generous with its supplies. We'll spend 4 hours just kind of sitting here staring at the walls. Oh man.
I think I need to lay down.
No, lies. Lies, slander, all of it. Okay, yeah, we walked through the moose area, but we didn't come across moose, so we're fine. We fine, we good. I don't think I think there's been only a couple of instances where we actually didn't come across a hacksaw in this thing. In this mountaineer's hut. 10 hours, about to be daytime. Drink some water. Okay. Eat the soup. Eat soup. Or like, consume the soup. Drink the soup. Let's eat the peanut butter. Yummy peanut butter. Okay, we're good. Okay, spend time. Do a quick check on time. Okay, yes. We are currently Mountaineer's House. Yeah, we haven't even gotten. We're about to go through our first day. Lonely Lighthouse. Anything else? Skeeter's Ridge. Oh, we just went past that. Okay. We're gonna have to go to Skeeter's Ridge in the basement, which was where the. Okay, Forestry Lookout. Upper dam, lower dam. So just the dam. And 3 days in a dam. Which I'll probably spend in the lower part of the dam. Because it's a lot easier, because you don't have to worry about temperature there. Skeeter's Ridge. Okay, we have to go to the basement at Skeeter's Ridge. Which we passed through when we got here. We're gonna have to head there then. We'll head there next. And then we'll figure out which direction in the world we're gonna go to. Because we're currently here. Skeeter's Ridge is around here. We'll probably have to kill that wolf along the way. And then, let's see here. Probably have to go to Mystery Lake. Is there anything that's on Church? Conway Highway basement. I know where that is. The camping office. Trappers. The Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake. Mystery Lake. Pleasant Valley is all right here. Coastal Highway. Coastal Highway. Timberwolf Mountain. Desolation Point. Desolation Point. Deer Hills Coal Mine. Okay. Crumbling Highway. So this is on the way to... Yeah, this is on the way to Desolation Point. So, okay. So, here, Mystery Lake. So there's nothing in Mountain Town. There's nothing for the Broken Railroad. Nothing for Forlorn Mustang. So it's all pretty much right here. All this side of the world. Okay. So, probably our next then our next destination should be Mystery Lake area, and then from there we'll go through the ravine area and go to the Coastal Highway. So that's probably what we'll do. Yeah, the dam will be next. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go to the dam next after this. Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Okay. Plan. Good plan, great plan. We're gonna have to drink here soon. Pork and beans. What are we doing to water? Okay. We're about to go under 2 liters. Next time we drink. Getting low on, little low on food, but nothing we can't handle. Still got 2 energies. If we have to, we can just go fish. Get ourselves some fish. And we'll sleep for 10 hours. We're not going to get through all 10 hours, but... Blizzard. It's trying to blizzard. It's trying to do blizzard things. Okay, we're gonna pass some time here. Probably, 5 hours. Not tired enough. Well, we're gonna pass time then. We haven't come across we have not come across a lot of cold temperatures. I mean, the gear we're currently wearing, we have not had any reason to seek out better equipment. But we're going to still look for the best equipment we can get. Just means we're going to, so that if we have any problems that we need to be in a blizzard to deal with, we can. And not have to worry about our temperature dropping dramatically. It's been 4 hours. That's a blizzard. I can see the change in temperature. Well, the change in color. Probably a blizzard. Nope. Foggy. Okay, foggy's fine. I can deal with foggy. Drop the lower conditioned knife and axe right here. We don't need them. We're definitely going to be able to get back down the rope. We don't exactly have... We're not exactly carrying a lot of gear. We'll wait some time here. Big cough. Yeah, fine. Drink a little bit of water. Wait some more time. I'm just gonna go until it tells us that we spent 3 days here. Now we're getting the hell out of here. I haven't come across any cabin fever yet. Spent a lot of time indoors and no cabin fever yet. Which is confusing. Definitely confusing the heck out of me. Eat some crackers. Drink some water. I wonder if they turn cabin fever off. Okay. Sleep 10 hours. It definitely feels like they turned cabin fever off for this challenge. Turn that turn that into tackle. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, we're nearly done. Okay. We're nearly done with Timberwolf. Need to wait a little bit longer. How are we doing? Okay. A little bit longer. Almost there. Eat the crackers. Drink some water. We're gonna have to make water though. Yeah, since we're so close to gonna be out of here, we'll actually just make a quick fire. Make a quick fire. Make some water. And the making of water should
Come on, little fire.
should immediately finish up the rest of the 3 days that we currently have here, and then we'll get out. We're gonna have to spend some time over in Skeeter's basement on the way out. Since now I know that there's a rope over there. Okay. Yep, Mountaineer's Hut completed. Now we just need to get out of here. So once the water's completed, we'll head to the rope and we'll get out of here. Okay, let's go. Time to leave. We're not worrying too much about how many matches we're using, nor how much burn time we're leaving on the fires. It's not exactly important. Because it's a challenge mode. They're throwing so many supplies at us. Not a problem. Okay, we have not come across a moose in this location. That's probably not here. And over by Skeeter's basement, there's only one wolf that we've come across. So that being the case, we're probably gonna try and... If we can run past them, that'll be great. If not, we're gonna have to shoot them in the head. If I happen to come across either a deer carcass or a rabbit, probably use the rabbit just to bait him real quick and get rid of him so that he's not around while I'm in the basement. Get past the landing gear. We still got a lot of energy. We'll grab the food that's in the backpack in the metal container at the bottom of the rope. Continue forward. And we'll see what's in the basement, if anything. Might not be anything at all. Ugh. It's cold. Need to check what temperature it's at right in the apartment. Might be around 60 degrees right now. Definitely feels like it. Okay. Okay, down the rope. Down the rope we go. After the basement, we're gonna go straight to the dam. Then things should get a little bit more streamlined. We're gonna then go to the Mystery Lake area, spend some time in each location, and then head to Coastal Highway. Just double check here. Feel like I've left something in here. Not exactly. Not 100% sure. When I mean something, talking like food. Nope. Okay, we did not leave food in here. Gotcha. Grab you. Grab you. Okay, Skeeter's basement. Skater. Kind of something you have to say with a drawl. Skater. It's Skater's basement. Skater. Nah, we'll be fine. Got 30 bullets. I haven't used a single one yet. So we'll just kind of pass on the whole trying to make a whole bunch of arrows. If sometime in the future I am able to get a bigger place, probably have a dedicated room for streaming. I'll start mounting stuff behind me. Because I can mount thing, you know, I've got a couple of things I can mount behind me right now, but I just don't have the space for it. Like, I could mount the, my bow. Once I get arrows, I could probably mount a couple of arrows. I've got an axe that I mount back there. Go with the theme of survival. What you got? You got a flare. And stale beef jerky, yummy. Okay. We can find this Doge hanging out around here. Not the time to make noise, lady. Now is not the time. Oh, hi. Howdy, jerk. Well, I haven't done this in a long time. Shoot a wolf without bait. Gotcha. Well, the wolf taken care of. We're not gonna have to worry about him for a while. Unless we get multiples.
I can use this.
Coffee. Okay. Shell Tyner. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? I think I pronounced that right. Probably didn't.
Useful.
probably did not at all pronounce that correctly. But I'm sorry. I'm known for mispronouncing usernames. I'm horrible at it.
I wonder if I can drop
More
any
flares.
of this gear.
We got another axe here. Thick wool sweater. Probably don't need you. Wool socks. But currently right now we are... Ooh, ragged. Nice. Currently right now we are doing... We are currently doing challenges. These challenges are not exactly difficult. At least not so far. The only one that was actually kind of difficult was the Hunted Part 1. Part 2 was very easy. Once you got past the finding supplies, it pretty much was extremely easy. Okay, we're just gonna leave those. And this challenge has been no different. I mean, the amount of supplies it's been throwing at us is kind of ridiculous. But unfortunately, we can't choose the difficulty of the challenges. They're kind of just set in stone. So it's not like I could sit there and be like, well, I want to, do it on interloper difficulty or stalker difficulty. Doesn't tell you. Doesn't allow you. There we go, another book. Okay, let's start the waiting. So let's see here. Wait 2 hours. That should get us our energy low enough to where we could probably get through 8 hours of sleep. But we'll set it for 10 in hopes that we do get through 10 hours of sleep. But how this challenge works is you have to spend 3 days, a total of 3 days, exactly 3 days in each of the marked locations, which are all right here. We've currently done 4 of them. Mountaineer's Hut, Rural Store, Radio Control Hut, Barn. We're currently right now in Skeeter's Ridge Basement. And we've got a half a day in this so far. We've still got 2.5 days to go.
Oh, I would do anything for a drink right now.
Really? Are you? Oh, you thirsty? We just need to spend enough time in a location. And then you have to go to each of the locations, spend 3 days in each location. Apparently, for right now, we have not come across any cabin fever. Usually, if you spend this much time indoors in this game, you will get cabin fever. But we haven't. I mean, we've gone to 4 different locations and haven't had any risk at all with cabin fever. So... food's not a problem. Got so much food. We'll just quickly wait some time. Yeah. The next, the only challenge we have left on this game right now is Whiteout, which is look for supplies to prepare for a giant blizzard. So you have to just gather a certain amount of supplies, and I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm thinking it probably we drop it into like some container. So we probably have to go looking around for supplies and bring it back to like a cabinet or a box of some sort. I don't know. Okay, pass more time. But yeah, I think this challenge is probably the easiest of all the challenges. In fact, the 500 days that I survived on Stalker was much more difficult. Much more difficult. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's like no books to read that I could do while I'm waiting. Nor is there a reason to. Not like you do much hunting or fishing in this difficulty. In this challenge. Not really difficulty. But I'm just doing it because I want to attempt it. Like, I want to at least say that I've done all the challenges. They've definitely given me enough supplies to be able to survive 3 days in each location without having to worry about food. That's for sure. Yeah. But once we get through these challenges, then we'll move on to a different game. We got 1.5 days completed at this location. But in order for the time to count, we have to actually be in the location for it to count. So it means having to sit and wait. And sit and wait some more. I'm liking the hunted better. The hunted challenge part 1 was a lot of fun. It's definitely something I'd probably do just for kicks. Later. In a later date. If I feel like playing this game and there's like no new content, I'll probably do like a run of hunted. Because that was definitely entertaining. Being chased by a bear. Having the possibility of that bear showing up inside a building. During my run, I didn't have that event happen where he would show up inside a building. But he definitely showed up outside of it. Six hours of time. Hopefully that'll get our energy low enough. Definitely gonna get our water low enough. Or hydration, I mean. Okay. Some water. Sleep. We're gonna have to repair our bedroll here soon. Okay, we'll eat some food here real quick. God, this is just too easy. My suggestion to the developers would be for them to have multiple difficulty settings for these challenges. This is way too easy. Or tone down the number of supplies it throws at you at least. Let's see here. How are we doing? 2.6? Okay, we're nearly there. We just needed for it to say up in this corner, you know, completed. What are we doing? 2.8. Nearly there. Almost there. Or 4 more hours. Then we gotta go and head towards the dam. Look at the dam. Find supplies. Oh, basement's done. Let's head out. I ain't gonna spend more time here than I have to. Let's grab some cedar. Grab the wood. Grab what we can. We'll get out of here. Don't need an axe. No reason to have an axe on this difficulty. You don't spend enough time in a location to gather supplies. Okay, Skeeter's house is done. Well, Skeeter's basement is done.
I think I can use this.
Painkillers. Tons of food. Hey, look, a pry bar. Nice.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, you can carry more. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're gonna have to drop. We're gonna have to drop supplies. Okay. I'll drop. See here. Probably just drop the arrow supplies. Not like we need them. Probably drop a couple of the flares. Storm lantern. You're kind of almost out of fuel, so I'll probably drop you. And the only reason I'm dropping these things anyway is so that I can get down the rope over here. Okay. See here. What are we doing in supplies here? Probably just drop all these purification tablets. Except for one. We'll keep one on us. Just in case. You never know. You never know. Okay, got all this wood. Probably we don't need. There we go. Might as well eat it. No point of leaving the food, leaving food here if you're hungry. Okay, there we go. Head out. Move out. Off we go. Okay, so over to the rope. We're not cold. We ate a meal out in the middle of the wind and we're not cold. What madness is this? Normally if I spend too much time out in the cold, I'll be freezing. Hypothermia would set in and all that stuff. All that jazz. Yeah, the world difficulty is definitely on par with probably like Voyager or definitely not Stalker difficulty because there's not enough wolves to make it Stalker difficulty. Usually I'd be running into like groups of 3 or 4 wolves by now. Hi, rabbit. Okay. Dam. We're off to the dam. I've already searched that house. Time to get to the river, follow the river down, and go past the farmhouse. Probably take a right when we get to the waterfall. Head to the top, go to the cave. Really, right now we don't have no reason to get better gear, but we're gonna get better gear regardless, because habit. I'll just go straight. Number of wolves we've come across has been, non-existent. I think it was like the first wolf I killed this entire run. Yeah. And if I think about it, I'm thinking probably the reason they have the world difficulty set so low is because it's probably supposed to be something that you're supposed to speed through. You know, go as fast as you can. That's probably it. Probably having to run to every single location. Also explains the amount of food. Because you probably have to sprint a lot. That's probably it. Not exactly a speedrunner, though. No wolves. This is just weird. It's weird for me because I spent so much time in this zone on Stalker difficulty. To not see wolves everywhere is just eerie. Definitely makes things feel a lot more empty. Usually I have to plan out my routes. Because, you know, you'd be like, oh, shoot, there's a bunch of wolves over in this location. I'm going to have to go around or stuff like that. So, me going in a straight line.
The sun is setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Is it? Unless it's a blizzard, I probably don't believe it's going to get colder. But yeah, traveling in a straight line in this game is like a big no-no. Because you can run into a bear or run into a wolf. And it just makes things more difficult. But so far on this run, I mean, apparently I can walk in a straight line and it's just... It's so against my nature. It's so against what I've learned to do in this game. And what I've learned to do is to avoid wolves as much as I can. And to not travel in straight lines because you might run into something dangerous. Tyler Rifle. Hey, how's it going? How's your day been? Thank you all for hanging out with me. Currently right now, I'm just finishing up a challenge right now. Currently I am on the Nomad challenge, which is You have certain destinations and certain indoor locations that you have to go and spend 3 days, minimum of 3 days at each marked location. Which right now we've gotten 5 of the locations. Yeah, we got 5 of the locations completed. We got the barn, the radio tower, Skeeter's Ridge, the rural house, and the Mountaineer's Hut. We're currently on our way to the dam. And then we're going to be going to Mystery Lake and doing the camp office, the forestry house, and the trapper's hut. Then we're going to go through the ravine area, and we're going to go to the coastal highway and get the locations there done. And then we finish off in Desolation Point, and that should finish the run. We've already completed the Hunted, part 1 and part 2.
I need to find a place to rest.
We've completed the Hopeless Rescue, which is you start. I think you start in Mystery Lake, and you have to go and grab. You have to go and grab the flare gun from the top of Timberwolf Mountain, the summit. And then you have to travel all the way to Desolation Point to the lighthouse and shoot the flare off. We've already done that. This one seems to be the easiest of all the challenges in this game. Because the amount of supplies it's thrown at me, I mean, I'm not gonna die. Unless I do something stupid and get ambushed by 3 wolves in a row. Which, well, we haven't come across enough wolves to even do that. Or we neglect to heal ourselves from food poisoning, which is possible. We already had that happen to us once. But it didn't kill us. Yeah, 1 wolf. It's not exactly difficult, this challenge. Just traveling from each point, trying to get the 3 days done, and then move it on to the next one. I was expecting these challenges to be a little bit more challenging. But, you know, I'm guessing because I went through 500 days on Stalker on a relatively difficult setting. It'd probably be harder for a new player, I'm guessing. If it was a new player, they'd probably have a bit of a difficult time. Which I could see. I could see it being difficult for a new player. This challenge definitely gives me a feeling of the campaign. The campaign was fairly easy too. That was before they changed the settings to where you could choose how difficult the campaign is.
This will come in handy.
Before it was at a set difficulty. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it screwed up my save file. I haven't checked. Probably gonna have to check just to make sure. Hopefully it didn't, because that'd be messed up. Okay, we're getting tired. So we're going to have to find somewhere to sleep. I'm hoping that I can make it to the dam before I sleep so that even when we sleep, it'll count towards the 3 days. In fact, I'm probably going to eat a couple of energy bars. Get my energy back so I can make it. Okay, here's the cave. There we go. Energy bar. Hey, Dark Fang, how's it going? Okay, energy bar did nothing. Here we go, in the dark. Nah. No point of a flare. I can see just fine. Barely, but I can see just fine. Hope all is well. Things are going good. Right now I'm just finishing up the Nomad challenge for the long dark. You know, part of me is kind of disappointed that all the challenges so far have not been very challenging. They're not exactly difficult. I was expecting something a little bit harder, but oh well. Another energy bar.
Looks like this has been here a while.
Baseball cap. I think it kind of boils down to the fact that they're just throwing supplies at me. The number of supplies I'm running into is just overwhelming. I can't carry it all. But I guess, you know, the point is not survival for this challenge. It's more of like making it to each location as fast as possible and spending your 3 days there. It's a lot. Yeah, it's quite a bit of supplies they're throwing at me. In fact, I've had to leave a lot of food and other supplies behind because, well, there's no point. No point of carrying all of it. There's no point of gathering it all into one location because as soon as I get through all the locations and spend all the days there, unless I, you know, ignore the challenge altogether. As soon as you get through the 3 days for each location, then the challenge ends. So. Yeah, if I just stay at a location gathering up supplies, I might as well just play survival. So. Yeah, we'll just hike to the dam and sleep there. We'll just do that. But after this, we only have one challenge left. Whiteout. I've purposely left that one for last because I have no idea what it's going to entail other than just gathering supplies. Plus, I guess it's out of habit wanting to avoid blizzards as much as possible. I cannot splint. In fact, temperature is not even a problem. We don't even have the best gear, and our temperature hasn't fluctuated at all. We haven't had a day that's been cold enough to drop our core temperature. Probably could have got our temperature to drop if we went walking in a blizzard. Hope it's going. Hope is going good. Hope is going. Yeah, let's just go to the dam. I'm gonna ignore that cave. Oh. But yeah, this game has pretty much got a couple of days left in it, at least for me. Unless episode 3 comes out. This is pretty much going to be the last of me playing this game for a while. But we do have a game that is going to replace this one, Stranded Deep. which is fine. I mean, all games have a certain amount of play time for a lot of people, depending on how fast you went through the game. A lot of people stopped playing as soon as they got through the campaigns. Just understandable. I mean, but I've gotten through... I'm currently up to 300 hours of playtime on this game. So, I mean, I've gotten well beyond my money's worth on this game. 300 hours played. That's crazy. Usually you see that kind of playtime on an MMO or something like that. And that's usually an MMO that probably someone quickly gets through. Oh yeah. Wasn't able to complete all the achievements. But, oh well. It's fine. Later on down the road, I might do another survival run in the future. But there's plenty of other survival games that I want to play. We losing health yet? No?
Best be prepared for anything.
Got a zap bar. Zap. Let me to the container, please. Please let me to the container, please. Got more matches. More scrap metal. I remember when we were like on an interloper run, we were so low on health, we fell off of this. Because we were low enough to where we were at on a stat, we were staggered. So we had like little control over where our character was going, and we just fell off. Oh, that was that was definitely a unique experience. Okay, we're nearly at the dam. We got more food.
Okay.
In we go. Okay, we are now inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna immediately sleep here. Try and get our energy back. For our next game, that's gonna be on Tuesdays and Fridays is gonna be Stranded Deep, which is an island survival game. Think Castaway. Think the movie Castaway. That's pretty much what we're going to be playing. Yeah, and apparently this game has got the ability to make islands. So we can make our own island and have it be something that could randomly spawn, in the world. So I'm probably going to make a couple of islands. Once I get through my first playthrough, then we'll start making islands. And have them show up in the world. Knowing me, I'd probably make a couple of islands that are both perfect islands you would want to live on, all the way up until like very difficult ones. I'd probably make a whole bunch of very difficult ones over the easy ones, because it would allow me to kind of search out and look and try to find the easy to live on ones. Which, easy to live on pretty much boils down to how large the island is.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, peaches. I got a baseball cap. Just being inside the dam is gonna, and searching is gonna give us time. It's gonna count towards time. More summon soda. No point of picking up any metals or any crafting materials. Huh. Huh. New storm lantern. Oh, we don't have one, so we dropped.
This stuff will come in handy.
We dropped our old one away. Ragged windbreaker. We don't need you. Work gloves, crackers. Dropping. I'm pretty much passing on a lot of equipment, but again, we don't need it. We don't need to carry it. We will not carry it. Food is pretty much what we're going to be spending most of our time finding. Or some warmer gear, which we don't exactly need. But I'm just going to grab it just because. There's nothing wrong with having better gear. Okay, accelerant. For the possibility of more cloth, more food, your leather. We can repair the gear we currently have. Which we've got combat boots. This is the only combat gear we've come across so far. I'm gonna leave that here. We've got a knife and an axe. Got a pry bar. What's the can opener doing in here? Got more wood matches. Some of the randomly spawning items that appear in some of the containers just are confusing at times. We're just sitting there going, is there a can opener in a dam in someone's desk? I found food inside of one of the trash cans too. It's like, you know, unopened, perfectly good food in a trash can. It's like, what? It's almost like the guy, you know, didn't like the food and he said, fuck it, you know, just throw this away. Whetstone. Newsprint. Check in here. In the microwaves. Maybe someone was working here and they would bring canned soup to work. So he had a can opener inside of his desk. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think I found an explanation for why there was a can opener in the desk.
Looks like this has been here a while.
But it's brand new. It's brand new beef jerky, lady. Yeah, it's been here a while, but it's brand new. And a broken arrow, and a storm lantern. Oh, bullet. We have another bullet. To replace the bullet that we used on that one wolf. Okay. For this challenge, I'm trying not to be as thorough as I usually am. Usually I'm very thorough with my searches, but unless it's a container we know we're gonna get probably better winter gear on, or food, we're just gonna skip it, because we got all the gear we will ever need. And the gear we currently are wearing is more than enough to keep us warm in most instances of weather. Except for blizzards. I mean, there's no amount of gear. Ooh, another wolf. Long wool scarf. Nice. In this game, there's no amount of gear you could be wearing to allow you to pretty much stand out in a blizzard and not have some temperature loss. No boys. Leave the charcoal. But yeah, we gotta spend 3 days here in the dam.
This stuff will come in handy.
Either sleeping or awake, or just standing around staring at the ceiling, drooling on ourselves. Doesn't matter. The amount of time we have to spend in here is just 3 days. 3 days of doing something. Just standing here. Anything. Emergency stem. We got another pry bar. Simple parka. Nothing in here. Bullets. Another can opener. Tin of coffee. Nope. 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 All the nopes. Anything on the shelves? No. Okay, second floor. Nothing in there. Get over here. Open you up. Hey! Hey, how's it going? Atheneron? I know, I never can figure out how to pronounce your name. How's it going? Hey, how's it going? Nah, doing pretty good. Currently, right now, I'm finishing up challenges right now.
This will come in handy.
Theon. No biggie, yeah. Theon. Yeah. Did you finally get to 500 days on, it's an old EverQuest character name. Wow. Yeah. Have you gotten to 500 days on your interloper run yet? I saw that I popped in like temporarily and saw that you were pretty far along. Hit 456. Wow. Yeah, I tried several times to try and get even one world started and I kept dying. And that seems to be the biggest difficulty with interloper runs, is just trying to get your run started, getting the tools, warm clothing. Yes, interloper is a harsh mistress. That's true. Yeah, because I think I had 2 runs that were on the cusp of becoming established. It was one was I had gotten myself the tools. I went to Forlorn, made myself an improvised knife and axe, but then I died to a wolf. You know, a wolf just kind of appeared around the bend and immediately attacked me. And takes a long time to get a run started and going smoothly. Yeah. And then the other time, I got myself really good gear. You know, I got myself some nice warm clothing and all that, but I didn't have a knife or an axe. And I died on my way to getting the knife and axe. Ninja wolves are the worst. Yes, they are.
I'll take it.
I got another thing of snow pants too. But yeah, right now I'm just finishing up the challenges. Currently, right now I'm on Nomad, which seems to be very, very easy and just time-consuming. Trying to get myself kind of through 3 days spent at all the marked locations. Seems to be all the indoor locations. Well, all the major indoor locations. But after this, after all the challenges, I've pretty much done all the things in this game. Yeah, I've done the 500 days on a stalker. Yeah. So I've gotten that achievement, which seems to be the most time-consuming achievement you can get in this game. I'm surprised that they don't have, like, you know, interloper, you know, 500 days. I'm surprised that they didn't have that be the achievement.
That stuff will come in handy.
You know, make it to 500 days on interloper. Which I would immediately go, what? But it's just like 500 days on any difficulty. Which is, you know, I feel like is a missed opportunity to have an achievement that you can be like, ah, yeah, I did this. It was difficult, it was very hard, and it required me playing like thousands of hours on this game. Anything? Nothing? Wait, where are you? Oh, stack of papers. Come on. Okay, now I just need to... How much time did that require for me to look through here? Half a day. Okay. Okay. Pots and pans clanking around. Nothing in there. I'm gonna check over here, see if there's anything of worth. Excuse me. More matches. Oh my goodness. These challenges need to be harder. These challenges are not hard. Breaks my heart. Missed opportunities everywhere.
I think I can use this.
They need to make it to where you can choose the difficulty at which the challenge is in. You know? Make it to where it's like, yeah, you complete the challenge on Stalker, or complete the challenge on Interloper, or something that crazy. I feel like this is on like Voyager or something like that. This is definitely way, way easy. So many supplies. Why you give me so many supplies?
I can barely walk with this much gear.
I don't need this much. I don't need this much. In fact, the number of wolves I've run into is just non-existent. I think I've run into like 3 wolves the entire run. I was in Pleasant Valley, and I only saw 3 wolves. I only killed 1 of them. Yeah. So, what the heck? Yeah, that would be my suggestion to the developers. Add difficulty settings to the challenges. Heck, make it to where you complete it once, and then if you go and complete it again, it just ups the difficulty. So it's like, first time through on a challenge, it's Voyager, easiest difficulty. Then you go and do it again, and you have the choice of doing it again on that difficulty, or choosing the higher up difficulty, Stalker. And then once you've completed on Stalker, then Interloper. Something like that. So now we're just gonna kind of stand around then, burn through our 3 days. But that would be my suggestion, like, for the challenges. It would increase the replay value of the challenges, too. The hunted on Stalker difficulty would be interesting. That'd be interesting. You're being chased by a bear that's looking to kill you, and there's wolves everywhere. And supplies are a lot harder to find. I'd do that. I'd be crazy enough to do that. Drink the sodas, because they take up way too much space. And we'll sleep. 10 hours. Nice. If you want a challenge, play custom with Stalker basics, then take out the rifle spawn, lower the wolf spawn, and then you could get used to having no rifle and use the bow. Custom stuff gives you a lot of options to try stuff out. Okay. I'll have to give that a look-see. See what kind of challenge settings are available. Grab toilet water.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Oh, it's fine. But currently after this, once I get through all the challenges, I'm actually going to be going on to Stranded Deep. It's an island survival game, much like Castaway. So I'm going to be playing that next. It's an early access game, so I mean, there's no story to think of. But you can do what I did: die 100 times on Interloper, keep pushing until you get down. So you get down, just can't let it get you down. It's called Stranded Deep. It's an island survival game, much like Castaway. I mean, the story, when you do a playthrough, it pretty much almost 1-to-1 nearly to Castaway. You own that one? Yeah. It's not bad. It's something I'm kind of just playing around with for the time being. Try it out. Because I want to eventually play all the survival games. I mean, this game is the game that got me into survival games in the first place, so... The radical view is a bit clunky. I hope it gets better. I want to play it again. Yeah. I'm hoping to play the game, and maybe through the developers watching other people play, I could give suggestions on ways to improve it, because there is definitely room for improvement on that game. There's a lot of things that they could add to the game. Navigation's a little weird. Especially when you're trying to go and find other islands. It's definitely a little weird. I do like the ability to make your own raft, though. Making your own little house and a raft is kind of fun. But we've only played it for one day so far, so I haven't gotten very deep into the game yet. I should go back and play it again? Yeah. Yeah, it does have good crafting bits to it. But, Yeah, it's definitely got a long way to go, and I'm hoping that if enough players who have played a lot of survival games play it, hopefully they can start taking our suggestions and improving it. Even if it's just by a little bit. Now we're getting low on water. Got a lot of food though. Eat some crackers. I'm not too worried about, you know, rationing out my food. Because I've kind of run into more than enough supplies. How are we doing on days? The dam, 2.4. Okay, we're nearly done with today. Nearly done with this location. What's the next location we need to go to? Okay, so we got the dam. Trapper's cabin is the furthest one out. I'm thinking probably forestry lookout next, and then the camping office. Unless we run into a wolf over by the derailment. Well, I'm gonna lurk. I'm at work. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. I kind of do that from time to time when I'm at work. If I'm having a slow day, I'll just kind of sit and watch streams. Not for very long. I don't exactly have internet connection there. But I do watch on occasion. Oh. Have some more time here. The only challenge I have left is whiteout. So I gotta try and get whiteout out of the way. Hopefully it's not. Doesn't sound like it's gonna be something too terribly long. Not as long as this one. This challenge has definitely been long. Definitely long. Probably go to the toilet again, grab more water. Ugh. I look forward to this cough going away. It's kind of overstayed its welcome. I've been drinking water and, you know, chugging cough syrup. Ugh. Horrible. Try to make it go away permanently. I stopped using cough drops because, well, they just coat your entire mouth with residue. They're like, no. Horrible. Okay. Spend 3 more hours, get ourselves the nighttime, then we'll sleep. Huh, an aurora. Okay, I'm probably gonna drink some water here first. You'd think that the toilet water would be something that you'd have to boil. You know? Oh, upper lower dam done. Okay. We're off to our next location. Okay, daytime's on its way. Let's go. I wonder if there's going to be a wolf outside of this gate. Hi, dear. If there is, then I'll grab a half a kilogram of meat off of that deer, and then we'll use it as bait to take this wolf out, if there's a wolf here. Check the car here. Nothing. Grab a flare. I don't see anything on the ground. Can't see much of anything, to be honest. This is weird. Every single time I expect to see a wolf and it's not there, it's just like, what is this? What is this madness? Probably gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So I can see. Okay, that's good. Another soda. More peaches. Millions of peaches. Peaches for me.
I'll take it.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for free. Probably gonna drop those two things in. We'll drop you. Drop the disinfectant.
Not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Drop those. Well, leave those there. A soda. Or matches. How many matches do we have right now? That's what I would like to know. How many matches do we got? So many. It looks like the matches. It looks like the amount of matches we had. Well, close to how many matches we had at the end of Stalker. At the end of our Stalker run, we had so many matches. I could have easily gotten to day 800 if I wanted to. Definitely could have made it to day 800. I don't know, maybe sometime in the future I'll do like another run and see if we could go like way further than 500 days. Just to see how far we could go until the game just says, yeah, you're not going any further. Or we just completely run out of supplies. I'm such a miser with matches. I still have 175 plus on day 4. Yeah. As soon as you get used to the idea of sleeping to raise your temperature rather than using a match, using a fire, or only using a match when you're gonna make a whole bunch of
This stuff will come in handy.
Ooh. Unless you're gonna make a whole bunch of water with it too. Once you start getting used to that, matches last so much longer. There we go. Let's use the other snow pants. So we got 2 snow pants. Mending 2. Yay! But yeah, as soon as you get used to that, doing that, just matches last so much longer. They last forever. Magnifying lens changes the game and or once you have it. Always use it if you can. Yeah. That does mean that you have to make a fire outdoors, right? In order for it to work. You can't use it indoors. Sodas. Yeah, but you can start a fire, get a torch, take the torch inside, and light another fire. That works, yeah. That's true. Okay, so we're gonna try and get ourselves to the past all this. Maybe I should change the order at which I do this. I might go to the camping office first. That way I could just cross the railroad tracks go to the forestry lookout, spend 3 days there, and then go to the trapper's hut. Yeah, we'll do that. Good. Go to the camping office. That way we can kind of blaze a path. Now that I know that the amount of supplies we're getting is so overwhelming, there's a lot of places I'm just gonna kind of skip. There's no point. And we're not exactly freezing right now, so... Carrying a lot of gear right now. So much gear. So much gear. Okay, nothing should be slowing me down. Not even the wind. There we go. Other than the weight. The weight is definitely slowing us down. Yeah. Tomorrow is going to be Subnautica. So we're going to be playing Subnautica tomorrow. The challenge I've given myself, because I could easily get myself through the campaign very quickly. But my challenge is that I'm going to be making a ton of bases. So in almost every single zone, every single location, I'm going to be making a base, and it's going to be a functional base. So they're going to have their own power sources, they're going to have supplies and food and all that. And I'm also going to be making bases for subscribers. Every subscriber I get is going to have their own base. And depending on how many months they've been subscribed, I'm going to add another room onto it. Currently right now I only have 2. But since I'm going to be making so many bases anyway, it seemed appropriate. But we're going to be taking this game very slowly. You know, Subnautica very slowly. Because I am in no hurry to finish the game, because I'm having way too much fun with it. I want to just see how many bases I can make on the surface and in the caves, so that no matter where I end up, I can always get to safety somewhere. Oh, hi wolf. Did I shoot you? I should probably just shoot you. What? How'd that go over him? I'm confused. I am confused. Wait, you're not gonna let me reload too? Okay, that was odd. That was extremely odd. Hi, you. Really? I love how these wolves just kind of act all derpy at times. Okay, fuck you. Gotcha. Looking at the merchandising. Looking at the merchandise thing. How'd that work for you? Do you upload artwork for your stuff, and do they do the rest? Yes, yes they do. Pretty much how it works is, on Designed by Humans, you set up a store. So you first have to you have to fill out an application with Design by Humans. If pretty much they're checking to make sure that, you know, you have the potential to make sales. So if I can do it, pretty much anybody can do it. But what you do is you upload a design, you know, a graphic. Preferably, they want graphics that you commission someone to make for you. It's not like you can go on Google and grab anything and put it onto a t-shirt. So it has to be unique artwork. And then once you upload those graphics, you put them onto different items. And then they do all the printing, shipping, and the sale of those items, and you get a portion of that sale. That's how it works. All I really have to do is come up with designs and just drop them onto my store, and they take everything else. I have unique emotes that I paid for and own. I think of that because I had people that have asked. Yeah. Designed by Humans. I'm quite sure you can get yourself a store on Designed by Humans. Yeah. I own all those. Yeah. Yeah. If as long as they're not photographs. So as long as the item in question is not like a photograph, like your face. But if you get an artist to take your face and turn it into something that could be put onto a t-shirt, then I'm quite sure you could get away with that. Like maybe like a kind of like a black and white silhouette kind of a deal or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's something that I have there for those who want it. It's kind of like just kind of there for those who feel like supporting the channel a little bit further than just subscribing or following. Can I get you? Yes, I can. I tried doing the whole Patreon thing, but apparently I feel like a Patreon, it only works with like YouTube channels who, you know, record videos and edit them and post them online. Because they've got like two different ways of on Patreon. It's either buy the object. So if you're an artist, like per painting or per photograph or per video if you're a YouTuber. Yeah, there's that. Or per month, but you'd have to offer things people want to pay for per month. Yeah, I tried it for a little while. I still have a Patreon, but I don't advertise it. Because it's like, I can't think of any incentives for the different tiers. You can have different tiers of patrons, you know, depending on how much that they give you, and I can't think of anything, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I just kind of ignored it. I haven't paid attention to it for months now. At least with t-shirts, it's something I could do when I have time and add to the library. Yeah, not a problem. In fact, I'm probably gonna make myself my own little t-shirt where it's set, so that if I, well, actually a hoodie. It's probably gonna be a hoodie. That if I go to like events like PAX or, you know, TwitchCon, which I hope to have the money to do so. But if I go to events like that, I'm planning on making myself a hoodie that pretty much has my channel logo on the back of it. And maybe like the heart with the hunting knife in it on the shoulder, or on the in a corner of the front of it, just so that when I'm walking around, it's like everybody knows that I'm a streamer. Look at me. This is my channel name. Go say hi. Okay. What are we doing? Food. So we have to spend 3 days here. Let's eat the pork and beans. Oh yeah, this Saturday. I'm gonna try to remember to say this at least once a stream for this entire week. This Saturday, the 17th, at 1 p.m. is going to be my 1 year regularly streaming anniversary. So I started streaming halfway through February since I got this brand new computer. I've been streaming pretty much 5 days a week, nonstop, for an entire year. For the 17th, I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy IV. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy IV. It's a game that got me into gaming. So if you like Final Fantasy IV, or you want to take a trip down memory lane of the way games used to, it's the HD remake though. It's the HD remake. But I'm going to be playing that this Saturday. And if things work out and people like the game enough, I might continue the playthrough all the way and just complete one playthrough on Saturdays. So I'm probably not going to go as in depth as I used to when I played that game on the Game Boy. That's when I started playing games, is on my little tiny Game Boy. And that was like the only game I owned. So it's gonna be a nice little trip down memory lane for me. Is playing an oldie but a goodie. That's what I'm gonna be doing this Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I saw the trailer. I saw the trailer for this game and I was just like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. Because back then, I mean, their cinematics were just, basically 8-bit characters kind of jumping around back in the day. But yeah, Saturday is going to be old school Final Fantasy action. I look forward to it. It's not exactly a survival game, but because of the fact that it's a unique thing for me, the fact that I've made it through an entire year of constantly doing this. I felt like I needed to do something special. So we're going to be doing that. I hope to see you there. If you have the time on a Saturday, you're more than welcome to come and hang out. Take a trip down memory lane if you've played this game back on the Game Boy 2. But, okay. Now that I've pretty much done that. Cool beans, cool beans. Now that I've done that, and we've gotten to here, and we've pretty much gotten enough done. Take a quick sleep here, and I'm gonna call it here for today. Today we've pretty much gotten a lot further on this challenge. We've gotten ourselves pretty much a good chunk of all the locations finished. We are currently working on the camp office. We gotta get through that. Trappers, forestry lookout, and then we're gonna have to make our way towards the coastal highway. Have a good day. Yep. So I'm off to work. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you have not done so, please hit the follow button on your way out. It helps me greatly. Helps me know I'm doing something good. I'm doing good. I hope I'm doing good. If feel very derpy at times. But tomorrow is going to be Subnautica. We're going to be trying to get a little bit further in that game. We're also going to be trying to make some progress on our combat base, the Shroom base, over near where the Reaper Leviathan by the Aurora is currently hanging out. We've currently made ourselves a what you call it? There we go. We currently made ourselves a sea moth that is designed to take on a Reaper Leviathan. So we might try that out a little bit. I'm not exactly sure. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. I'll see you all tomorrow, 7 a.m. Latest.